it's anti. We're not con then.
Danny McDevitt.
Well, we're not pro? The title of this episode should be Val Just Tenacious to Eat the Show. Welcome to Grim After Dark, Warhammer 40,000's only late night show for, well, you know why by this point. My name is John. I'm here to misinform and entertain as we talk about the goings on over the last week in the world of Games Workshop. This week, tier lists are a thing. They're all the rage, and we are climbing on that content train. Want to know what armies are the strongest or what meta list is the best? You've come to the wrong place.
Thank God.
But if you want to know what's the most misleading community headline, worst gaming supply, and best tournament experiences, you've come to the right place. But it's still a tier list, so it's pretty lazy content-wise.
Oh.
And of course, Price is Right. Or eBay Price is Redacted. I'm going to do it right at this point here.
Remember, wow.
Yeah, more new members. We have 2 new members, which goes to show having technical difficulties that were caused by us pretending not to hear each other.
I wasn't pretending.
That's the worst.
Is a profitable thing to do. So thank you, Ulysses Colon and Bishop. That sounds like a really good call pairing. But before we go on, let's meet the team who make it all possible. First up, it's co-host with a co-most, now residing in Anchorage, Alaska, and putting the law in White Claw, our competitive champion, Danny McDevitt.
Hi, John. How are you?
Okay. Well, I saw you put in chat, hey, everyone. So I didn't know if you were going to do a bit where you just weren't going to respond to me. You were just going to talk via chat to everything to make this an even better podcast experience.
So what you're saying, I'm just trying to make sure I understand this to like the best of my ability, John. But what you're saying is that like the podcast will be better if I don't talk and I just type everything?
I think it was a sarcastic, but I'm going to now have to load my soundboard with Phoenix Wright sound clips with like the objection and all that other kind of stuff. But no, it would not be. Even though, like, I'm just going to say, for the benefit of the audio listener, Danny seems quite sad by that fact. Next up, he is the beautiful face of everything square-based, a fantasy enthusiast, 40K denier, and the terror of Toronto. It's Val Heffelfinger. Like Toronto, but the second one.
Hey, from Toronto. Under a lot of water today. Great.
Has it been rainy there?
It's a wet.
Yeah.
Flooded?
Yeah, big floods. Biblical if you're into that kind of thing. Unlike John, looks like you're suffering from some low flow showers there. You got a bit of a cowlick.
This right here, this came from my very professional hat that I wore at work today.
Did you have a nap?
I like to wear
a little nap pre-show?
I like to wear my beanies during the workday when I get stressed, so I don't tug on my hair. I just scratch on a beanie when I wonder why people do things.
Yeah.
But yeah, low flow is better for the environment as well.
Tug on a beanie.
Tug on a beanie.
I'm pretty sure that's a euphemism for masturbation for our UK friends.
Maybe. Well, I was going to say maybe in Toronto, but no, the UK has like an extensive list of masturbation references.
I'm glad that we're bringing euphemisms back on here because I don't think we've done that for several episodes.
No, we've just been straight up just swearing and being very very direct about it. Finally, the man behind the Ironton in Canada. He's a world eater, not a world beater. Canadian coach and American sympathizer. It's Tag Priest Dickie.
Hello.
Can't believe you gave yourself air horns. Anyway, comment of the week, which is, of course, brought to you, as always, by Frontline Gaming. And they obviously, we didn't do this without asking them. They wanted us to share this very important message that Dickie, you could play.
Timely.
Wowza, that was a pretty nifty trick. But you know what isn't nifty?
Cyberbullying! Ayo, Chester, what's the 411 on cyberbullying?
I'll tell you, Jamie. This is Buddy, but you can call him Bud. And he's fallen under the influence of cyberbullying. Let's take a gander.
Eat my shorts, loser.
One way you can deal with these rancid monster humans is by telling them to talk to the hand. Looks like the only thing he'll be eating is dinner.
All right, looks like that's a wrap. And remember, kids, stay swaggy
And bulldoze bullying!
So that a very important message, of course, brought to us by our friends at Frontline Gaming, where you can get all of your Warhammer supplies at 15% off every day. Guys, thoughts on cyberbullying?
No, this is an anti. Thank you for clarifying what we were discussing pre-show. This is an anti-cyberbullying podcast, coming out strong against cyberbullying. Is this?
Well, some people deserve it, though, right?
Seth,
I don't
specifically, but
Oh, jeez.
I think we actually do quite a bit of cyberbullying on here, so I'm pro
Kind of the
cyberbullying.
foundation
If
of the
that's
show.
message we're trying to do. I don't know what we're. Yeah.
There is a Seth picture in the show this week.
also the audience missed a really good part of that last bit where Danny's camera fell off the shelf. And for a moment though, he had the like double-armed selfie thing going on, which I think that's how you should do the entire show. Just the two-armed selfie.
Just like
be like
this,
the yo.
shaky cam.
Yeah.
Well, we
That was
didn't
very
make
good.
people sick from our content. We can do it from our camera work.
John, could you explain the joke to me?
So what happened is I've been creating adverts for our friends at Frontline Gaming to show on the show here for the last month.
Yes.
And today it hit about 30 minutes to showtime, and I realized I hadn't done it yet.
Right.
So in a panic, I just found that random cyberbullying commercial and just added the words "brought to you by our friends at Frontline Gaming."
Right. So those kids are going to be coming after us with a
Well, ironically, if they did,
With a
it was
copyright claim.
cyberbullying. So
Would it
they
though?
wouldn't. I would say so. I would feel pretty bullied. This week's comment of the week came from Mr. Chad Sexington, as quite frequently here. This was based on last week when we answered just a ton of Patreon questions, just having a lazy week. He said, "Where the hell is my Canadian flesh tone question?" And I would say to that, guys, now that you're members, let us know. We'll let you into the Grim Court. You can go into the Grim Court and see his question, and you will know very quickly why I didn't bring that up or ask that last week.
Yeah.
Huh, okay. I think it's actually Rackorth flesh would be the Canadian flesh tone.
What makes Canadian flesh tone?
A lack of tone.
That's fair.
See-through
Sure.
usually is.
Translucent.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's all I got for that one there. I just wanted to bring up, we didn't mention that one because it was we would get demonetized for life and not just for Christmas. Dickie, play a random bumper and then we'll do a little bit of this next section.
He did it. He did it.
Yeah, welcome to State of Play.
It's fucking. You asked for random. Apparently, Dickie has a random
I
button.
just have a random button sitting here. So I was like, man.
And actually, when you consider, if you just think of it as if all of his buttons are random, the show makes more sense.
It
does.
Fair.
It does.
This is
He
just,
just
we have
has
a little
one
bit of
button.
A bit of stuff I want to talk about going around the community right now. This first one here, this was brought up, I think, the day before the Tacoma Open. GW introducing a rule.
Lee Harris, shout out.
GW introducing a rule that all round-based vehicles now have a 2-inch pivot.
Yeah.
They say house rule, but how house is it when it's the landlord who's telling you what the rule is? But Danny,
No longer.
Danny.
So this email dropped like a week before the event. Yeah, not a day.
a week, a day, tomato.
Yeah. Okay.
But if, as the saying goes, if I haven't read it, it's news to me.
Ah.
Huh?
Cool.
But what's your take on this? Are you sad that people who spent all of that time painting 3 Tesseract vaults can't just like pirouette of doom, or there's no more kind of just rotating bases getting free movement?
I mean, they shouldn't have gotten free movement anyway, but I think telling people a week before the event is probably a little harsh, especially if they're, trying to hobby up a list. Like,
Quick question.
Yeah.
How many weeks before the event did that rule actually get announced? Like the actual rule?
3?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Enough time for someone to jizz like airbrush paint over a couple models.
Yeah.
But then
Although
this is,
this is a pretty big flex in the final paragraph there. The answer formulated with the Warhammer 40,000 Rules Studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Flex.
coming. So, like, it's gonna be the rules. It's just a bummer for the people, I'm sure, that actually like spent time trying to like exploit this.
Do you feel sorry for people who like go out and try and exploit an obvious sort of oversight of the rules, only for it to be kind of corrected pretty quickly?
It feels like it's not an obvious oversight of the rules if like they could have addressed this at any point for a long period of time before this dropped, because it seems fairly intuitive that people can do this. So
Clearly, you've never written an email to anyone with GWPLC at the end of it, because this is fucking lightning speed. This is like COVID fucking vaccine development pace.
70 turnaround.
We're still waiting on the emails that we sent.
Mark's safe from GW.
I didn't get a response. What?
Yeah, beautiful. That's all I want to talk about is they look like they're correcting that for the Tacoma Open, and that is a rule that will most likely change to reflect that. So stand down, Monolith. No free charges for you.
Lee Harris beat me in my last game ever played at the LVO.
Really?
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He sure did. This guy knows his stuff to complain about.
Because he had to play you?
Well, no, he beat me.
Fair. I would complain too.
That's
That
not
doesn't seem
a
fair.
big deal.
Well, not an unfair point.
So I have a silly question.
Love
Does
it.
this does this actually matter? Thinking about how the game mechanics work, basically you take the tank off its round base. So you don't actually have to pivot. So you just place the vehicle in the same area that it is because it moves to the base. So you just move it and then keep the model oriented in the same way, and you're fine, right?
No idea.
I don't even understand what you just said, Dickie. So
You don't have to pivot. You can still move it and have its same orientation because it just the model width doesn't matter anymore. It's the base width that matters.
yeah, but that's not what people are complaining about. People are complaining about not being able to swivel out of deep strike and charge somebody with a Tantalus and get an extra like 6 inches of movement. So it's just like
I guess.
That is a tantalizing option.
Ooh. Ooh.
Jesus.
Shout out to the Tantalus, still hanging in there. Do you think the Tantalus and the Gargantuan Squiggoth are just hanging out nervously at a bar together, just being like, "Hey"?
Not anymore. Now that it has to pay for its pivots.
Yes. So a tiger shark, a Tantalus, and a Gargantuan
Squiggoth are at a bar.
at a bar.
Yeah, they're just drinking some fucking MGD.
Beautiful. Next up, I don't really have questions around this. This hit really hard and reminds me of a couple people that we know. Danny, what are we looking at?
Well, John, so this is a picture from a Spider-Man movie. I'm not sure which Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire. Which one is this? Is the second one?
I would say two. I would say two.
Nice. All right. So it's a picture of Peter Parker and Mary Jane. Mary Jane is kind of imposed in front of Peter Parker. She's shouting about something, it appears. And the text that she's supposed to be shouting is above the meme. It says, "He's not," capitalized, "a fascist. He just really likes owning military replicas and playing Roman war simulator games."
What do you think the Venn diagram is on that?
I mean, a lot's going to hang on what specific military replicas we're talking about here.
That's fair. Like from what military the replicas are from?
Yeah, I think that's going to really indicate strongly some things.
I played my World War II game. I played the Allies. Oh, okay, that sounds really cool.
Where are we talking about that last week?
Somebody's got to play an access power if you're playing those games. So, like, you got to give, like, otherwise you're not playing a game.
I'm playing the access power. Yeah, Italy are really cool.
Oh, man.
I just like that. Love you too, Joe. Moving on, we have this guy here. This is a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
This is Motley Sprue Miniatures with this gorgeous pirate stomper. And he said, time hop reminding me it's been 10 years since my stomper got a hat and it's still unpainted 10 years later. Guys, what's the longest project you've had from start to completion?
Oh man.
I just gotta say one thing here. Like I have often said the Mr. Potato Head Stompa is the one true Stompa.
When he gets this painted,
This Stompa is fucking phenomenal. He's look. I mean, like he's fucking. I mean, wow. I am speechless from the Stompa. This Stompa doesn't need to be painted. It is a beautiful. This is a perfect Stompa. Look at his gun. Look at the guns. Look how many guns he's got.
A lot of guns. He
has a lot of guns.
That's beautiful. Fantastic. This is a freebooter Stompa. This is brilliant. Sorry, I digress. You had a question.
Yeah, what's the longest you've gone from unpainted to painted?
Wait, actually finished?
Yeah.
Well, what if I haven't finished because it's still technically ongoing?
Well, tell us your story.
Current year.
Yeah, so my Dark Elf army is like going on probably 20.
Brew, if you want to pad out your Dark Elf collection, stonks are bottomed out. It is crazy. If you go on any old world trading like Facebook page, it is only Dark Elf stuff.
I've seen a lot of it on there. Yeah,
it's nuts. Like honestly, guys, like Dark Elves are coming eventually. Just go out there and get them. I mean, you'd think that being the army that was lit on fire famously and burned would have been the bottom for them.
Yeah.
No, it's now.
GW just kept them really bad because they saw someone set the army on fire, or would that encourage them to just give them broken, really overpowered rules to really just stick it to that guy?
I don't know what happened to Dark Elves, because you'd think that they. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. Because my working theory is that like the legacy armies were in until fairly late, but it doesn't feel like that for Dark Elves and Skavens. So those feel like first drafts. So I don't, and that's also weird because both of those armies seem like they would have been like if I was a games designer and I thought everything was in, like, you know what I mean? So maybe the answer is my pet theory is bad.
They're like iconic bad guy armies, right? And like in Warhammer Fantasy, and it's super popular armies, I would say, like comparatively to some of the other factions. So I'm shocked that they didn't give them more attention, but it's got to be that, right? It's got to be like they just like kind of gave up halfway through and kind of left some ideas like half baked in those lists, which is probably the problem with both of them.
Yeah,
more so Skaven than Dark Elves, though. Skaven has lots of problems.
I guess what's important from this, though, is that thanks to our friends at Frontline Gaming, everyone knows to go and cyberbully Motley Sprue Miniatures to finish that Stompa.
Yeah,
no need.
So we can see it in its entire glory. Terrible news all around, guys.
Uh-oh.
Space Marine 2 has leaked in full online almost 2 full months before release. There's playthroughs that are already up on YouTube. Don't just trust me on that. You don't need to search right now. You can stay here. It's fine. But that is not the most disgusting thing that happened this week regarding Space Marine 2. It's this. They have special edition Space Marine 2 controllers for your PlayStation 5 and your Xbox Series X.
Are these produced by GW?
$144 each.
Wow.
That's awesome. Like, wow. Like,
Danny, why are these so expensive?
Wow.
They're in the GW web card is the only answer.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Is this kind of like a resin controller you have to assemble yourself?
Is it hand-painted? Like,
it's an expert level modeler's controller. Yeah.
Before you can use the touchpad on the PlayStation 5 one, you have to leave it in a sand bed so it flattens out properly.
And you have to solder the components together, of course.
I think quite clearly when they priced this, someone said, are you sure? And then someone else was like, yeah, these guys are dum-dums.
Or did they say $44 and then just someone like slipped a finger at the start?
I was going to say like $24.40 or something.
Except they did it twice. So it's super on purpose. I mean, those are 2 different controllers.
Crib Shadow letting us know that's a full year-old build with missing assets. which I think makes me more on board because I want those like Gary's mod style, just purple and black boxes running around instead of Termagants.
Yeah.
I see. Okay, that makes sense.
That would make me very happy. Danny, I know you and I are super excited for Space Marine 2.
We are.
Val, Dickie, are you excited for Space Marine 2? Did you guys play the original Space Marine game?
Yeah, it was really fun.
Some of my favorite like gaming YouTube content is Space Marine related. I've never actually played it, but there's a one review of it that is just a yuck fest. It's very, very good. I could not tell you who did it or when I saw it, but I loved it. That's basically it.
Beautiful. Well, Danny and I know that when it comes out, we'll be poorly streaming. Us failing playing it.
On my own personal purple controller, not this beautiful Space Marine 2 controller that I would love to own, but not for $250.
So expensive.
Maybe we can get some review copies.
Yeah. Ironically, of the controllers, we'll be like, these are really expensive. Holy shit. Ironically, Danny and I both on the same controller. Yeah. Moving on to the meat of tonight's episode, I wanted to reuse this picture to kind of really cover the laziness that goes into an episode like this.
If you want a derelict person eating a cheeseburger, you should have gone with a screen cap of David Hasselhoff.
That's fair.
Do you know that one?
No, I do not.
Oh.
But look up.
It's horrifying.
Dickie, can you pull up that David Hasselhoff picture?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great.
While Dickie's doing that, I'm going to go kind of through what we're doing here. I'm going to show you guys a series of tier lists. We're going to be ranking from S, which is the top, to D, which is the worst. One by one, I'm going to show you 5 different items from that category, and you have to place them in the tier list one at a time. They cannot be moved after they've been put there. So that is just our factual opinion, and is just as good as any tier list with actual thought put into it.
Okay.
It's so much worse than I remember.
No, this is a modified tier list.
No. I think he's talking about the David Hasselhoff picture. Am I right there, Val?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
John just takes
Naturally.
It's brutal.
Naturally.
Sorry, continuing. Sorry, I apologize.
No, all good. So we're going to move on to our first tier list here while Dickie's looking that up.
Yeah.
Our first tier list is going to be about tape measures. You love them. You need them. No two are the same measurement. But let's separate the S's from the D's. Are you guys ready to see and rank your first measuring device?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right. We have the classic. Let's go put it in the middle here. Games Workshop tape measure.
Wow, that fucking tape measure, man.
It locks in place.
S tier. That's what I say.
Is S tier? Okay, and bear in mind we can't change anything after we put them in the category.
So I'm gonna immediately say D tier because that motherfucker.
What?
That fucking tape measure. I have owned countless ones of them, and they all end. Yes. I think the one of them taking the bite. Take it to the one of them taking the bite.
Taking the bite is better.
Taking the bite is.
Yeah, you can leave that there. That's fine.
He's wasted eating a cheeseburger. It's a video actually, which is just a
this one is
video.
so much better when he's drunk talking. Now I'm doing.
So here's the best part here. Okay, so Danny, you said S. Val, you said D. The reason is that is B.
The reason is the fucking, and you guys all have had this. You're like, all right, I'm done my moving phase. Shing, and the fucking tip breaks off, just snaps off, and then it just wraps up in the inside of it.
So wait.
Multiple times. Yes.
Can I have that be my picture for like when I introduced the show?
This is an old meme, man. Like, it's a video too. Like the video.
I forgot about this. This is literally when he got really drunk and released a video of him eating a cheeseburger.
Yeah, it's like his kid hassling him for drinking too much. It's actually somewhat on the meta level, a fairly sad moment, I'm sure, for Mr.
Ulysses
Hasselhoff.
Cool, and this is what your $5 a month gets you. I'm offended for that.
Anywho, so sorry. I am personally cursed with this thing, and it happened at my most recent event. It happened at the event before that. My last 2 events in a row, actually, I have had a Games Workshop tape just snapped, like the little metal bit snaps, and it just rolls up inside. It's broken forever.
Perfect. Okay.
I mean, I'll keep
the
buying
median
them.
of your two would be B, so straight in the middle.
I don't think Dan will be happy with that, but
Look, well, here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You can't fault the device for shitty operation. If you are letting that little thing slam home every single time you use that, you deserve to have a break. I'm sorry, but those are a well-crafted, oiled machine. The only
For
time
30
I
to
lose
60
them is when
minutes.
I lose them. I've only broken it. I've only broken one once.
so you have broken them. Have you broken any other tape measures in a similar
Yes.
fashion? You have.
So
Yeah.
many.
Beautiful.
Especially
Okay.
like army finger ones. Like I've broken the shit out of those.
But not if they want to sponsor us. You haven't.
No, they may have a new one. I don't know. It's been a while since I
They do
bought
not.
one.
They
No,
do.
it's the same one. They're usually not even really glued together, the Army Painter ones, if I'm being honest.
All right. So we're
Well, there's
leaving the GW
together
tape
now.
right in the middle in the B. Danny loves it. Val hates it. That's the fairest thing to do. The
Camo
only
green
thing-
would be S tier. I did have a camo green one, which met the same fate. But
Yes. Our next one that's going to go right in the middle here for the second is going to be this guy. Move Hasselhoff. Good God.
Oh, D tier.
A tailor's tape, not a flimsy.
It won't
It's
break.
not rigid, but you can measure around corners a little easier with
It
it.
won't break on you though.
It won't break on you.
I would say.
What
Yeah,
if
I
your
think-
opponent carried them around his neck and kind of whipped them off? And
I was going to say if he did it with the attitude of like a pithy English tailor and like he's like whistling and like maybe did a little chalk line where he was like gonna on the mat where he was gonna do it, then yeah. But I'd say probably. I mean, realistically, D tier
okay.
is one of the, aside from like actually like maybe a piece of string with some knots in it, probably the lowest means of measuring.
Okay,
Trust
there's
me,
a worse
each knot
version
is
of
a
this too. They make some of those that are elastic.
Oh,
So I
that's
can be like, I
smart.
do make my charge because look.
Yeah,
he's
look, I just need a
14
little.
inches. Yeah.
Need an extra stretch.
beautiful.
we
We're
make-
coming in now.
Can we make David Hasselhoff the D tier? Is that okay?
Sure.
No, that's S tier right there. That's Hasselhoff tier.
I mean, we could just have a different screen cap for each level.
Next up is you love him. They never really are accurate, but whippy sticks.
Oh, that's tough.
legendary.
Where do whippy sticks end up?
All right, for measuring, C tier.
Okay.
For a weapon, S tier. They leave behind the worst welts I've ever had in my life. I'll tell you that. And
That's
I've
fair.
given some pretty nasty welts.
Put some. They put the whippy in stick for sure. I think C tier feels fair. I mean,
C tier feels fair?
it's above the tailored measuring tape for sure.
That's fair. Next up, we have a $37 contractor's measuring tape that's about 3 foot wide.
Oh.
3 foot
Is it
wide.
electric?
Also weighs 5 pounds.
Also weighs 5 pounds. Yeah.
I personally hate these because inevitably they are like a slippery bar of soap that people will then drop on the table and nothing's surviving. This thing hitting this thing landing
These are my
landing
favorites here.
on this thing landing on the table.
So, are we saying S or A?
I don't
Yes. A.
maybe.
All right, so you guys agreed on A. So that leaves the last one you don't get to decide on, thankfully, because you've already decided it's the best possible measuring device for
That how this
Warhammer.
works?
You've decided on a wooden school ruler.
All right. Now hold on a minute.
Yeah.
I've used these in playing Warhammer Fantasy before, and legit in some ways. For
Don't
short
try and-
distances. Think about this though. It's a straight edge, so you can put it down and slide your unit down it, and like it's going to give you an accurate measurement.
Excuse you?
Slide your unit right down it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not going to slide my unit down anything wooden, Danny.
Also, can I say
Dude, how else are you going to know? Like, how else are you going to know how far you go?
It's fair.
Can we
Or
also
just-
give a shout out? I think this is more popular in like the Age of Sigmar community, but just like the like fucking assassins we'll say surgeon's case of tools like that are just like all different, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 inches. Like each one is a specific measurement length. That's pretty
Mine only
dope.
go to 4.
I don't know. I've only ever seen it. I've never actually.
That's
sort of. I saw some cool people using them, and I thought I'd try and repeat it.
Dickie, I'm sorry you're going to have to redo all of your work as we move on to our next tier list. We are looking at tournaments. Oh, damn, it's on top of the screen now. All right. So our first tournament, again, we're ranking S is best and D is worst. We are looking for the Adepticon Team Tournament.
Okay, what is that? What?
Straight up, that's a B tier event.
B tier event. The Adepticon Team Tournament is
The team tournament's a B tier event, or the singles? It's a Warhammer pageant, but I mean it's hard to say that's a B tier event. That feels harsh.
It is now, I think, with what I think things like what the standard for events it has gotten to. Like it's kind of like left the rest of the world behind. It's like an ecosystem on top of an isolated mesa.
Dickie, I gave you 2 far better ones than that.
Oh, did you?
All right, so see, we're B tier for the Adepticon Team Tournament.
Yeah, you did.
Standard in the world. Our next event is going to be the Las Vegas Open. We all have
are we
different memories
obligated
and
here?
experiences there.
This is at least cheese tier pole level event, maybe biting burger level event. It might be biting burger tier. I'm not sure. Like that's pretty good.
Oh wait, we got more coming. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even notice that the last one has a string of lettuce on his lip. That's just fantastic. Okay, so I mean, I feel like a bit of a homer saying this, but like, I haven't entered an event that's more impressive than the LVO. Now,
Yeah.
Okay.
are there events that have been better run and have better terrain and other things? But there's just something just awe-inspiring about the LVO, and I can't front on it. I would say that's a big old bite of a cheeseburger for me. But I also don't know what other events are coming up.
Is that nasty event for you, Danny, you would say?
There's also a sip of the big gulp right here.
Why did he get a big gulp?
Okay. So I think we need to stop the show. We need to
reorder these.
And we need to reorder
these.
them. So what is the best of them?
I think bite of cheeseburger.
Right, okay.
I think leaning over a toilet should be at the bottom.
I think haggard with lettuce on his lip. That's gotta be bottom tier.
Oh, bottom tier. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think
Big gulp,
leaning on his
A?
elbow, big gulp C tier.
Big gulp C. And
then leaning on his leaning on his elbow.
How is
that's
that
B.
not soda tier?
B. I don't know. I mean, this is a real meta tier list. We're kind of.
Can we reorganize these? I feel like these might have different vibes now.
We want to thank our friends at Frontline Gaming for the support as we made their tournament Bite of Burger tier. Okay, next up, we're leaving the Bite of Burger tier is where it's at. Next up is the Alamo GT.
What's in Texas?
Oh no!
Is that cheese string, soda sip, or lettuce?
Lettuce on lip?
Lettuce on mouth.
I mean, it's. It wouldn't be a show if we put this anywhere other than lettuce on lip.
Okay, no, hold on. It's got to be soda tier because of the amount of drinking that happens at that tournament.
Fair.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay. Next up, we have the largest event in the UK, the London Grand Tournament.
Oh,
Lettuce tier.
Lettuce tier. I mean, you really? I mean, they've come a long way.
They really worked it out, man.
I mean, this might be. I feel like it's. I think it's where it should be. Cheese pull. I think it's definitely cheese pull.
Oh my god.
It's got a lot. I mean, it's got a top flight. It's got a top flight meta.
It's at least 6 months ahead.
Manny didn't even have to go to LVO in order to win the.
All right.
LVC last
No, because he just yelled at a table at London and got there.
year. No.
It's in an outstanding venue. Don't think so. I think it's pretty standard. I think it's pretty box standard. It uses
They have enough
WTC.
rounds that people can play to an
They
undefeated.
have their
I don't
own.
think
They have the
do.
UKTC terrain layouts, which is a different set.
Yeah, Danny Murray raises a good point. I think you're right. Does it go to I think it goes to a cut down now. I think they finally went further than 5 rounds. This is that'd be good. Stop. That alone, Danny, that does swing it from perhaps lettuce on lip beyond instead of cheese bowl.
So are you guys
I'm afraid to know what the last one is.
Are you in agreement that this is lettuce on lip?
That feels mean to the LGT.
Or is it cheese bowl?
It does feel mean.
I think
You know
it's
what?
cheese
I'm
bowl.
just going to go ahead and say it's cheeseful because if we put the last one in last place and it's something even meaner, I'm going to like it more. So.
Okay, let's go.
Well, you guys.
Oh yeah, it's. I know exactly what it is. It's the U.S. Open.
You laid the 4 out there. Val, you think it's the U.S. Open. It's the 5th tournament I'm going to ask you to rank. Danny, do you have any ideas what it might be?
I think it might be Nova.
Might be Nova. Well, you're both terrible friends. It is, in fact, Falcon.
Oh.
No,
If there ever was a lettuce on lip event, it is Falcon.
Yeah, it's definitely lettuce on lip event is definitely happening in the Maritimes.
Okay, so starting next, we have our next tier list. This is, by the way, one of my favorite bits now. The Hasselhoff has made it. Now we have opponents. Now what I've done is I've pulled 5 people in there, and I need you to rank them cheeseburger bite to lettuce lip on how good an opponent they are for you.
I hope CAC shows up. That's all I know.
So starting off with our first person, we have friend of the show, Seth Oster.
Oh, lettuce on lip.
Yeah,
Lettuce on lip. Eh?
yeah, all the way down to the bottom.
Oh man, cyberbullying.
This is the opposite of what we just discussed. All right, so
You know he's going to be a try-hard. You can
Can't
just
change
see it
it.
in his eyes.
Can't change our stripes at this point, guys.
that's fair. So from Seth Oster, we go to Pee Wee Herman.
Oh.
I mean,
God, I swear to
RIP.
God, if we have to rate like Bill Cosby or Hitler or something above Seth, it's going to make it such a better bit.
Pee Wee Herman
would be
Pee Wee Herman.
the worst opponent ever.
What?
Why?
Fucking
All right,
Bill-
like,
Bill
Some
Rubin?
of the things he would say.
Guys, we are all aware that he is dead, right?
Yes, but this is in a magical world where he's not.
Okay,
so, for
cool.
example, my annoyance would be where you're like, okay, so I'm going to charge that unit. It's like, you said the secret word, units.
Unit.
His wooden ruler comes alive and like slaps you. It's amazing.
Oh, I said Bill Cosby.
I mean, he's a
wasn't
celebrity. I mean, how many times have you rocked up to a table and like you're going to play like a deceased celebrity? I mean, that's pretty high.
Yeah,
that's at
fair.
least B tier to me.
Sherman is asking a clarifying question. Are we talking Pee Wee or the actor? We're talking the character Pee Wee Herman.
Character Pee Wee might be big gulp.
Yeah, I think it's.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's too much.
Okay, going big gulp.
I mean, is it worse than playing an average orc player though?
Well, you put that D tier.
You know, Val, how do you feel about that? Like, as a
Is he gonna go?
just an orc player?
All right.
You know what? I play orcs. I've never once done that.
No, nor
Not
I.
even once.
Not even once. That's actually a tattoo I have. Not even once.
Not even
once.
Not even once.
So next up, we have Nicolas Cage.
Oh, fucking! That's a big old bite of the cheeseburger, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
no
really?
kidding. That's the best one.
That's S tier.
I don't know.
Well, hold on. Wait. Before we move to S tier, it's either going to be the best game of Warhammer you've ever played, or the worst game of Warhammer you've ever played, because like there's no in between with him. Look, I'll give him cheeseburger because I would be extremely excited to sit across the table from Mr. Cage.
He's just so weird that I feel like he would just slot right into a Warhammer tournament, no problem.
Okay, get on.
And like
another
this is a
question.
tier list
Clarifying
with
question,
Pee Wee
John.
Herman on it. What?
Yeah.
Is this like Pee Wee Herman was either Pee Wee Herman or Rubens?
Mhm.
Is this Nicolas Cage or Johnny Blaze? Because I think that's what that picture is from.
Actually, that was from a personal appearance at Comic-Con promoting Ghost Rider 2. So he is actually just Nicolas Cage at this point.
Wow.
Okay, just checking.
But yeah, that's a good clarification. Okay. Next up, we have Guy Fieri.
Oh. Man, just think how
Cheese pull.
all those good eats.
Cheese pool?
I mean, for
you'll-
everything I hear about the guy is actually a charming individual.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cheese ball.
Definitely.
And again,
we're not
would
gonna
fit
hate
right in.
on-
I mean, the guy looks like Stephen Force, so I mean, he would fit right in.
Perfect. So that means the person you chose to play, you would rather play them than Seth. You would rather play them than Pee Wee Herman. Would in fact be internet celebrity Alex Jones.
Oh.
Well. It might be. I mean, might be pretty
Getting all
popular.
red
I mean,
face, yelling at you that you nudged your
It
model.
depends on the audience, I suppose. Yeah, Mel.
yeah, I say I'm pretty sure he's the guy who stole the codes to the Alamo GT. So, it works out.
That makes sense.
Oh,
Makes sense.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Turn to the
next up-
Frog's gay, everybody.
Next
We got
up,
another? All
we
right,
got
let's
two
go.
more because I love these things so much,
Oh my God.
and we're making good time. The next up here is
I just a little feedback. I would have loved some more real people. Like we could like someone more real opponents.
like 40K players.
Yeah,
Oh, they're nerds though. We don't want to talk about that.
that's
What
fair.
we do want to talk about though is dice sets. We
Oh.
want to rate all of the dice
Danny,
sets.
the floor is yours, sir.
All
So
right.
first up, we have, you know him, you love him.
I enjoy how difficult Dickie
Dice
is
with no
having
faces.
making rectangles.
Well, it's because he keeps
They're actually, John, they actually do have faces. They're just in invisible ink.
That's
You
blank
can only
face
see them
dice.
when you shine a black light over them.
You don't want to do that to 40K
Don't
players.
want
dice. They touch
don't
them
want a
with their
black light
hands.
anywhere near it. Don't want a black light anywhere near a 40K event. That's
Hope you're, like
That's
if
let
you
us on
shone
left.
it on the typical 40K player's T-shirt, it'd be like a
Oh my
Jackson.
God. What if when we went to LVO, we attached to our sleeves black lights? So when we reached over the table,
No,
it'd show.
I don't want that at all. I don't
No.
want that. 'cause
I
that's
don't
where
want
my
I don't
hand
want
is
that
gonna
black
go.
light. I don't want that black light at the table. I don't want it at the room I'm staying in. I don't want any ultraviolet anything anywhere near
I
anything
don't
to
want
do
to
with
shine it
Warhammer.
on my food server on
Nope.
accident. I don't want.
Absolutely not. Nope.
The Val UV tier. That would be great.
Let us on left,
where
I
would
think.
you guys rank white dice with white pips?
Soda drinking tier.
Oh, big gulp.
Okay.
I mean, I'll
Not me
go
having
with
to
I
look
defer
at
to
this
Danny.
word
Danny
to
is a
see
dice. He's a dice aficionado. I'm not
Yes.
gonna.
Okay. Going from that, we're going to go to these guys here.
Go ahead, Danny.
A
What are
little
they?
Very small. They're very small.
What are those? Are those the Sylvaneth wooden ones?
They are the Sylvaneth Wood ones. You can tell the numbers by how many leaves are on each side of the dice, apart from the 1 and the 6, which are different.
Yeah,
These are
they're
all gonna
different
be aggravating.
swirl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're
see
ranking
here.
blank dice versus everything else are just GW sets, it's hard not to put blank dice in the cheeseburger tier. But
You already placed it.
I know it's already placed. We can't go back.
I
Danny?
think that these are a C tier dice. This is a lecture you about your life kind of situation
You
while lying. on
already
your back.
C-tiered or big gulped the blank dice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying lying on your side, giving your son a speech about what's wrong with kids today.
Okay.
Okay.
Right there. Perfect. Next up on the dice tier, we're going to stick with the pointed ear people. We have our Ideneth Deepkin dice.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew this was coming.
Yep. Lettuce on the lip tier,
Lettuce on
John.
lip.
Everyone knows loves it. Everyone loves it. These are the worst dice maybe ever made. These are worse than Squig dice.
I was
These are
gonna
worse
say, Squig dice have got to be coming, but this is definitely lettuce on lip.
I think I know what the last dice is going to be. But yeah. All right, let's see it, John. What do we got for the next one?
It'd be really cool if I tied in marketing, but I did not. The next one, Val was quite right.
Oh, John.
Squig tier.
Guess it's got to be cheese ball.
Cheese ball.
It's got to be cheese ball.
Cheese pull. Okay. By the way, I love how chat. By the way, the fact that you've just completely come on board with this and are actually trying to list things by the picture with cheese pull. 10 out of 10. You're the reason our stupid shit works live
Barrel
and
dice
doesn't
have
work
to be
anywhere else.
cheeseburger tier.
And last up, you chose to S tier rank the Nurgle dice.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean,
They're not the worst dice here.
yeah,
I gotta
never
say,
mind.
that's a pretty accurate list in my preference of using dice.
I mean, yeah, it's not bad.
Not bad. Last up, and this one here is one near and dear to my heart. Spiky Bits headlines.
All right.
Fantastic. All right, let's see them.
Okay, we have.
Like I'm telling you, Rob Bear could have been a potential opponent on
That's
the
true.
opponent tier list, but for
Next
another
time.
day, we could just rank. And I've already shouted out Juice. I mean, we could just rank in a future episode. I request ranking the members of the Long War podcast.
Buddy, this bit has gone so well. It will definitely come back far too quickly. First off, in our Spiky Bits headlines, we have Games Workshop CEO said it would sell out. Rip Scaventide.
Ooh.
Oh man.
Oh shit! Has the investor report come out? I mean, that's pretty middling. That feels like a B tier.
B tier. Okay.
Any feelings on that one, Danny?
No, that's fine. Yeah, that's lean on your side here.
Perfect. Next up, GW's 3D printer printing terrain, new rumor engine.
Ugh. I mean, it's hard to say. Like, are we GW's 3D printing terrain?
What does that even mean?
So that's referring to this from today's rumor engine, showing digital display of a Fortress of Redemption, which I believe the article author has mistaken to them 3D printing a small Fortress of Redemption in the model.
God's sakes.
But it also, I think it just screams, how many keywords can we fit in here?
How did you have that up so quickly?
It's off to the side of the slideshow.
I see.
So-
Okay, cool.
I assumed there would be questions.
So, Danny,
It's
just quick gut check here. Are we ranking these from? Are we going to say like rage-inducingness should be like a higher quality? So I would say
no.
So like because I mean then this is a big bite of cheeseburger because this is nothing. But I think like in the world of Spiky Bits, you want the headline to really upset you because of how dumb it is.
Right.
And I feel like this is a lettuce on lip tier of that kind of rage inducingness.
Wait.
This is a really dumb headline, though.
Yeah, you've been basing this on like an actual ranking. I've just been like vibe checking the picture that this goes the best.
So what are you feeling? What are you feeling?
I feel like this is soda tier to me because
Okay,
like you got to look, take a big drink of salt water here because this is probably like pretty stupid.
Okay.
Okay.
We're leaving lettuce on lip open. Okay.
Next up, we have the celebrities who love Warhammer 40K. A surprising list.
That's brutal.
That's cheese bowl to me. I think big time.
You think it's
Big
cheese
time
ball? All right. Okay.
I might read that article. Actually, that is like intelligible.
Okay.
Did you
all
guys
right.
want to know the 5 celebrities?
Yeah,
that was a
what-
surprising
It's going to be
Quennell.
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What?
list?
Vin Diesel? Because I don't think that's even true.
Not true.
You
Yeah.
have Trey Parker from South Park.
Okay.
Trey Parker
Vin
Warhammer
Diesel.
going to Google right now. I don't think
Vin
that's
Diesel
true.
from Fast and the Furious. The Fast
He
and the Furious
played
Tokyo
Dungeons and
Drift.
Dragons, not
Yeah, these are
Fast and Furious. Fast 5.
The Fast and the Furious.
The Fast.
Yeah, the Fast and Furious. Furious 7. Or was it Furious 8? Yeah, Furious 8. And it was The Fast and the Furious. And then Fast 9, and then Fast X.
What about Fast 5?
Was that Fast 5? Yeah, I think it was Fast 5.
Was he in Hobbs and Shaw?
He was not. No, he did not like The Rock. After that, you have Brian May, who was the guitarist for Queen.
Sweet.
Oh, okay.
Peter Cushing,
What?
who I think died before Warhammer 40,000 came out. But
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. He just like minis. Okay.
And Ansel Elgort.
Who is that?
He is Baby Driver from the movie Baby Driver.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen him talk a little bit about Warhammer on the Conan interview.
Yeah. Yeah, those are those. So yeah,
Robin Williams was on this list for the record.
What's that?
Robin Williams was on this list. I'm reading the Spiky Bits article right now.
Oh my god, that's just cheating at this point. Next up. What's next for 40K? Deathwatch, Demons, Rip?
This is lettuce on lip tier because nobody even knows what they're trying to insinuate with this at all. And so the David Hasselhoff's quizzical look on his face really matches well with this particular headline. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay.
Okay. So that means the S tier, your guys' favorite Spiky Bits headline, would be Warhammer 40K, new Henry Cavill Amazon TV series movie.
Okay. I mean that's a lot of keywords in one link. But you know, I'd say that we I think the spirit of what we were going for, this is an appropriate ranking. I think.
I think so. That's all I have. Right. For our
mission accomplished.
Mission accomplished. We tier listed a bunch of things, but should have saved this until I had the Wingdings dice ready to go.
Yep.
But now
you know. Live and learn.
Let's jump into some prices redacted, Dickie.
Oh,
God damn.
God, I was having so much fun. I forgot to.
Just press the random button.
Ah, they're there still.
Welcome to the slideshow is redacted.
What layer could that
we're
possibly be on? I don't understand how you run the show.
Dickie,
Are these all one
maximize.
scene? Are
Jesus
you literally
Christ.
are you literally running this all in one scene?
No.
You must be.
No, it was just on the top layer.
Top layer of one. The whole thing's one scene, isn't it?
The wall, because we're still on the picture scene.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah,
That's right.
we're still on that one.
Val's rage fuels me in such ways. It's quite fantastic. Welcome, bargain lovers of YouTube. Get ready to test your powers of fiscal evaluation. This is the Price is Redacted, where we are challenging your breadth of your secondhand miniatures knowledge. Today, we are searching for Warhammer Oop, which we've done before.
Oh, shit.
But,
Okay.
It's been a while, and I didn't have a good theme because Warhammer tier list didn't really work.
Also, I just want to shout out Danny's performance last week was prescient and perhaps the greatest Price is Redacted performance of all time. So I'm coming to take on the true champion right now, and a little nervous, a little shook after last week.
Val doing his best to just downplay expectations incredibly.
If you guess every week 5 times over the course of like 2 years, eventually you'll just guess a bunch of things right and win. And that's what happened last week, you guys. So
game's over, I guess.
Random button.
GG. Or Val can just pay off the producer to just end the game before it starts. But if you guys are ready to go, we're going to start this week with this wonderful item. It is a Warhammer 40K Warhammer Armor Cast Oop painted unbuilt.
What?
What?
Yep, it is both painted and unbuilt while standing tall.
Okie dokie. The provenance is a little concerning based on that, but go ahead, Danny.
I'm thinking this would go for $269.
$269. Val.
I mean, I'm feeling the need for a win, so I'm just gonna go 270. I'm just going 270.
270.
Going 270.
Asshole tactic to take it because it's $550.
Jeez.
I was thinking 600. That was, but I was too cowardly to do that. So
gotta be brave. You gotta be brave. This is Prices Redacted.
I need the W here.
Real stakes.
We're min-max. I'm min-maxing fucking Prices Redacted today.
Danny can't win too many times in a row, otherwise Val gets
You mean
sad.
once?
If you guessed the number, a couple of times last week, I'm shook.
It's a dynasty, really.
Fair. Next up, we have Warhammer 40k Epic Titan Legion starter set complete from 1998. It is sealed. It is oop. It is rare.
Give me $5.99.
Wow.
$5.99. $5.99?
No, $599.
Okay. Danny.
600, John.
Oh shit.
Danny, you're right there with $7.99.
Fuck! What would have you guessed, Danny?
What? I did. I guess $700 or $600.
Fuck.
Yeah, whatever I guessed. It was a good
I
guess.
can't even remember what he guessed.
No, dude, I don't know.
Too much.
Okay, Danny, that's the winner. And I guess by this point, game winner, because you all are just going to guess $1 more than the person before you. Next up, we have the Forge World Horus Heresy Black Book Collection.
That's a hard one.
1 through 9.
Hardback.
Used. 9 hardback books.
I mean, fuck.
Think of the fluff in there.
John, is this your auction?
I'm not putting, I have all 9 books. I'm not putting them on eBay because I take a 20% cut. I don't want to pay eBay that much.
Except for it's usually always worth it. Go ahead, Danny.
Let's see. All the books. There's 7 of them, you said, or 9?
9.
There's some big numbers in chat too.
Yeah, Sherman's coming in with 1,200, he's saying. But
I
he was
would
also
say
very off in the first 2.
$1,042.
Retail, I don't even remember what these things went for. Over $100, right?
About $150 each, because I own every one of them, even though I've only played 4 games of Heresy.
And they're out of production?
I'm going $1,500.
$1,500. And then Danny, what did you say?
A little bit over $1,000. $1,042. What? $1,042.
1,042. Ulysses says $7. I don't think you're right, but I appreciate your offer right there. It was actually $2,000.
I'm back, baby.
Was it a buy it now?
It's one bid, single bid.
One bid. But yeah, if you guys want to buy a set of 9 Horus Heresy books for $1,900, let me know.
Put them on eBay, John. You think you're going to get $1,800 or even $1,600 selling it on fucking Marketplace?
Come PFT time, yeah, people are stupid up here. Next up, Warhammer 40k Chaos Space Marine Dreadnought Nib Oop 1997. This is the classic metal boy you would put in a sock as defense at shadier tournaments.
Yeah, I know what it is.
Well, our viewers might not, Val.
He's got the low hand.
He's got that low. He's got the little. The thing what I'm struggling with is the glare on the box might suggest also in shrink.
It is new in shrink. Yep, shrink.
It is.
Yep.
Well, it says new in box. It's not new in shrink. It's 2 different things, bro.
That's fair.
Bro, I'm gonna go $150.
150. Okay. Val won 150.
God, that's tough. I think 175. I think it's a lot of money.
It's a
This
lot.
was like a classic miniature.
No.
Yeah, it is.
I will say you have some Night Lord's bias, and it has a little horn face on it. When it first came out in White Dwarf, I think they did like a beautiful job painting the Night Lord's version of it.
Yeah, it has those stupid cables
Yeah.
that look like.
Val, you're killing Val. You're killing him.
The price
Go.
is, and, as an aside, the price is $300.
300.
I didn't think I was going low, but it's new and shrink, man. People love that shit.
So 2-2. This is the deciding one.
Wow.
And I think
Been a nail biter.
there's been a nail biter this whole time.
Blow for blow. I'm not blinking, Danny. I'm not blinking.
Next up, Mordheim.
Oh my
City
God.
of the Damned. Horror game. Rare. HTF. Oop.
Hard to find.
I just
Workshop Warhammer
really
99%.
wanted you to put the goddamn bag again there. I feel like
What?
selling the whole show. Just put the bag. What? How much is this Frontline Gaming bag? Oh man.
We already made our bag from that. It's fine.
I also can't remember. I still don't know.
$600 here, John.
$600.
Holy.
This is a
moly.
crazy popular game.
Mm-hmm.
601.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
All right.
No,
No. Do it. Do it.
you
Do
want to
it.
win, baby.
The right answer. For this ultimate listing to decide who's going to win. Mordheim, of course. Skirmish game set in the city of Mordheim.
In the old world.
In the old world. Before it blew up. Trying to get Warpstone.
What are you eating?
Okay.
The price
It
was
is a cookie.
$676.97.
Wow.
Giving
Nice
Val
job, man.
3-2.
Wow.
And while the game was tense, the sportsmanship was not, as they both just mostly bid $1 over the other person.
There was some contentious bids there. Chaos Dreadnought was a fucking real. Woo, that was good.
It's beautiful. Everything is so expensive nowadays. Holy cow! And then someone in chat coming, where it is up here. They said, "Hold on to my books for another 4 years and sell them for $6,000." Yeah, Crypt Shadow. Just wait 3 years or something. Sell for $6,000.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
The timing of all this stuff is when our generation starts to die. So, like, you just want to make sure you've divested before there aren't a lot of, like, basically when David Hasselhoff kicks it, that's a pretty good sell indicator right there. You know, because there's probably a good 20 years left for us.
That's perfect. So I'm just going to just stall for time. We got this here. It's perfect.
Did you guys see that Shannon Doherty died?
Yeah, she passed. She passed.
And Richard Simmons.
Also, Richard Simmons.
Yeah.
Something else
What?
happened
I
that
didn't
day.
know that.
Yeah, something else happened that day. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, kind of obscured Richard Simmons' passing.
Oh, well, that was a beautiful, beautiful thing. Let's move on. And we're going to wrap this up here. Starting with
What is John
Bugs.
doing?
I don't know. Oh, good.
plug your
I'm
stuff.
not sure what's even happening right now.
I don't know.
Plug your stuff, but use the Hasselhoff system to discuss the latest episode of your various podcasts.
Squarebase is back. We've been on. Well, we haven't actually been on hiatus as Dickie suggested. Although we have only done one show in the past 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we missed last week. It was a heck of a week. Tomorrow, I think we're gonna do a little. We're gonna talk some shit about dwarves, maybe. So that
Nice.
should be coming out this week. We'll be announcing the Square-based, not online tournaments, the Square-based Open Toronto. Tickets on sale. Very now you can look them up on BCP if you want for apparently the low price of $105 Canadian. Taking place in a very awesome location.
Pretty much free.
Pretty much free apparently. I miss Pride. For years I gave TO shit for not charging enough for events, and then I horribly underpriced. It's an early bird. It's an early bird price at a 105.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to get your tickets early before I put it up to
$700.
whatever people are begrudgingly willing to pay. I want a little bit of a groan, but you know.
You should just do put the prices as square numbers.
Oh.
So 25 squared is the price of a ticket.
It's a lot of money. I
Oh,
think
that's in Canadian dollars too, right? So like,
Canadian squares.
yeah.
metric. It's a metric.
Where are you
Base
ranking?
100, base 100 system. That's why I went with 105. Obviously.
Where are you ranking your next episode currently unrecorded of Square Based?
I mean, it's gonna at least be cheese pull tier.
Yeah.
It's fair. It's fair. At least we'll put it. We'll put it in between. We can cheat like that. Danny.
Although I don't know if I have time to listen to the Old World
thing.
Charm Dwarf review before tomorrow. I should probably do that.
Is it out? I don't think have we done it yet? I don't think we have
officially
yet.
not done it yet, so no, you won't hear it.
Dickie, slide in my DMs, would you?
No, I can't. They didn't record it yet, so they literally haven't voiced anything. So
Go ahead and Danny slide into
Oh,
Dickie's
man.
DMs.
We're
That's
big-
Yeah,
good.
we're
so
big
this is Bite a Burger tier, our next
No.
episode.
we haven't done an episode in like months.
But no, the newest one that's coming out. The one before this, I'm not on it, so like it's probably like
It's
soda
big
drinking tier.
Yeah.
But but anyway, we're going to be doing a dwarf review here as well, coming out. So we're excited to do that. Seems like
But
a really fun book.
Are you doing the insider version, or are you doing the already released dwarf version?
Oh no, we're going to do the
Insider.
new stuff.
Yeah, we're not doing the new stuff. We don't get the new stuff.
Our dwarf review I think is pretty solid. We talk about some of the issues with the army and like and that kind of
Well, I
stuff, which it
thought-
does have some.
I thought I listened to you guys do a dwarf review. Yeah.
Yeah, we did a dwarf review.
Yeah,
This
all
is for a dwarf Arcane Journal review.
Beautiful.
Peter's
So-
playing games to get like content for the show too.
Oh my
I know.
god.
With the new code.
It's wild.
Such dedication.
Yeah.
Speaking of dedication, mob rules. I'm going to put that solidly in the leaning over lettuce on face tier as we forgot to record last time.
Yeah.
But we will at some point soon when I don't have to try and figure out how to get 10 square yards of dirt in my backyard.
Yeah.
It's okay, buddy.
It's a literal statement.
Are you taking it with you? Like, they have dirt in the other part of the country you're moving to. Like, you
No,
don't.
I have to change the drainage angle in my yard before I can list my house.
That sucks.
Mm-hmm. And I don't want to do it, so I'm just going to pay someone too much to do it for me.
It's a yeet.
Nice.
But yeah,
I like that
think-
plan.
that's great. So yeah, thank you for ranking your. Good God, jeez.
You can't change it. It's all me, baby.
I know it's all you because you're covering my Tuesday.
You're
It
fixing
It
it.
is Tuesday. It's the world's most depressing photo strip from like the booth off of my head.
You guys won't laugh as much when you actually watch it. It's pretty sad.
It's very, please, whatever you do, if you've never seen this before, don't watch the video. It's just a
Yeah,
desperate
just
cry
laugh.
from help
Yeah.
from a functional alcoholic.
Although, I think he bounced back from it. I mean, he was
I thought-
on America's Got Talent, right?
Yeah.
It's
Or
true.
whatever he was doing. I can't remember. Or maybe this ended his America's Got Talent run. I don't even know.
Well, he's still, Deutschland's Lieblingszone. That's the important thing to remember.
Yeah.
Whoa. How much do you think about the Roman
We're throwing
Empire?
shade at the Roman military enthusiasts, and you're over here like speaking the
German.
mother tongue.
Speaking
For
German?
WTC as well. Well, what can I do apart from just speak poor, incorrect German? Anyway, guys, that's it for us. We made it. We got a new bit that we kind of
Good
enjoy.
show.
Dickie, thank you for making it so much better. Val, thank you for suggesting those weird pictures.
No problem.
That'll be back in some form. Let us know what you want us to see tier list. Because now I see why all the good channels do it, because it's really easy content to put together. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining us here at Grim After Dark. Find all of our socials and way to support us at grimafterdark.com. We're going to be back next Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern-ish, if we don't fuck with Dickie a little bit. And if you've enjoyed yourself, check out our back catalog on YouTube or check out Danny and Dickie on Old World Charm or Val on Squarebased. And from everyone here at Grim After Dark, we will see you next Tuesday.
It's time to step into the grim darkness where nerds gather talking Warhammer madness. Grim After Dark, the podcast with the hosts John, Danny, and Val, but they're not the most. Claiming to be experts, but it's all a facade. Talking about battles and dice rolls, they're all odd. Trying to sound cool with their Warhammer talk, but I'm here to expose it's all just squawk. Nerds, everywhere I see talking Warhammer this like it's a decree. But let me tell you, homie, it is all just a game. In the real world, homie, we are not the same. So put down the dice, step out of the dark. It's time to live life, nerd, make your own mark. Grim After Dark, the nerds playground. Talking Warhammer this, acting all profound. But when I listen, it's all just a bunch of noise. I love roasting nerds and their stupid ass toys. Stupid ass toys, I wanna grab them. Put my hands around the neck, squeeze, Warhammer squeeze, until they can't breathe again. Tell a friend, I'm out here roasting nerds again.
Where did my
Wowza, that was a pretty nifty trick. But you know what isn't nifty?
All right.
Cyberbullying.
I'm mad at the dress.
What's the 411 on cyberbullying?
I'll tell you, Jamie. This is Buddy, but you can call him Bud. And he's fallen under the influence of cyberbullying. Let's take a gander.
Also, these Zennials
Eat my
are.
shorts, loser.
When is this meme from? Is this
One way
meme
you
10
can
years
deal
old?
with these rancid monster humans is by telling them to talk
Are these kids in their 30s now?
No, they're cool.
John's gone.
Looks like the
I
only
think
thing
we're the only ones
cooking
left.
is dinner.
You just kill that
Like
kid?
that's a wrap. And remember, kids, stay swaggy.
And bulldoze.
All those swaggy. This could be a 2020s meme.